breath, so I'm stalling, going slow. Challenges every day, challenges in our life all the time. So I've been challenging myself to get rid of my book. Because I just run into that anyway, being Italian and talking with my hands. So, when that first started to happen, remember doing a little bit of review with who and what was about listening. I'm going to go into that in a second, but I'm starting to tell you something. Because when I talk to God, it's my little kid. My little kid is the essence of me, and I know that. I know that through my little kid that I hear, I see. It's where my magic comes from. It's the purest part of my soul. And sometimes God tells my little kid to do stuff like, put your book away. I'm like, what do you mean, put my book away? Well, what am I going to do? And God said, just show up and I'll meet you there. Okay, well, where are you going to be? Just look in their eyes and you'll see me. So that's why I look in everybody's eyes when I start. To remind myself to be present. And then I'm talking to God anyway. Then all I'm doing is talking to myself in the mirror, in the eyes. When I look in these eyes, it steadies my heart. It calms my soul. And it reminds me that I'm with my brothers and sisters. And that any nervousness that may have wanted to jump on me, I just hold on. And it has to go away now. Let your little kid tell you what they want to say. That was part of what? Let's review just for a second. We're talking about the emotional body. And I started this whole talk off with a can of worms that I opened in a workshop 25 years ago, telling the guy all the woes that happened in my life, and he said, celebrate that. Celebrate your feelings. Celebrate your dad and your mom dying and your dad beating you and all this wonderful stuff that happened to you, and every other little kid that you've ever met has had some kind of woe happen to them in their lives. And as we grew into adulthood, those woes continued because it's called life. And he wanted me to celebrate that? What is he, nuts? And he was, but that's a different story. That's a playful story. But I understood finally what to celebrate meant, because I looked at my brothers and sisters and some of them were numb. They weren't feeling at all. They were dead inside. And I'm like, oh, celebrate it. Because you're alive to feel this. And this lifetime was about an experience anyway. A lot of us in New Thought have the belief system that we're spirits in a physical form coming to experience the 3D world and play. And playing sometimes means ouch happens. So the who, what, when, where, why, and how was a little guide to your emotional body. And who reminded us of where we're putting our trust. Who we're putting our trust in. What was about what's being said to you. Listening to the voices within you. Listening to the child. Listening to your friends. They're just outside of you, inside, talking to yourself. Sometimes we don't like what they say. But sometimes that means somebody inside of us has been trying to tell us and we refuse to listen. So we had to have our 3D brother or sister tell us to our face. And it may not have been a happy thing. We may have been mad at them. But if we breathe into it and listen deeper, we'll find that our inner self was telling us the same thing, a lot more gently, but we wouldn't listen, so it had to come out. Maybe abrasive from somebody out there. If you're willing to look inside and listen to inside, then the whats will always tell you what they want to tell you. Then we talked about when, and how when was a place that lands in your body. When did I buy into the belief system? When did that scar get there? And that we so many times want to run to the past to deal with those issues when all there is now. That's the only one to do any healing. That's the only one to do any discovery is now. Because any pain that happened yesterday or yesteryear, if I'm feeling it when? Now. So the healing has to happen when? Now. So that's the recap, briefly, of who, what, and when. Now we're going to where. Where is the position of your eyes? You're just looking. Where's my wallet? Where's my chair? Where's my comb? Where's my keys? Where's my phone? That's a Scott thing. And now a Becky thing. Where's Scott's phone? And it's a great thing if you're looking for something physical or a restaurant to go to. Where's that place you want to meet at? That's the greatest place to look outside yourself. But where has always got to be a place to look in. There's only one place to look in. See, we are under a belief system that says seeing is believing. And many of us have been programmed with that belief system. Well, where is it? I saw it. It was right there. And that's the proof that we use to make things real in our life. Well, I just saw it. I have evidence, so it must be real. But we're in New Thought. You know, those crazy people that say we create our own reality. We're in a deal with spirit. We're co-creators. Let's emphasize that point. But as I walk my walk as Mark, I am creating the reality that I'm experiencing. When I look within me and want to ask those where questions, I will get a clear answer. Because if I'm looking outside of myself for where, I'm going to end up nowhere. Because that's what happens when I keep looking outside myself for the answers that lie within me. What if I switched my own belief system to believing is seeing? Now I'm in a different place with where. And again, this is a guide to your emotional body and to let you see how it shows up in your physical body. Because we're always going to be talking about because I'm schizophrenic. We're always going to be talking about, when I'm up here, I am, by the way, just so you know. That's okay. 4 bodies, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional. But the emotional has so many keys and ties into your mental, physical, and spiritual bodies. If we're not feeling good, it's going to stop us in our tracks. Now, where, gets confusing, because it's very heady, and this is hard stuff. But this is like a lazy man's guide to enlightenment. It's like a quick guide to your own computer book, your own computer, learning how to run it. This is the language of you when you're listening to what's being said, and when you look within for where are my dreams? Where's that family I want? Where's that career? Where's that abundance? I'm still looking. But this time life is saying, okay, look inside. We had our brother David Roth here a couple weeks ago. He did a song called Looking In for Number One. I've sang it here. I've sang it in workshops. He sings it all the time because it's his song. And it's awesome because it teaches us to look in for number one. That all the looking out that we're doing, we're running into walls, we're running into obstacles because sometimes we're not seeing clear because we're not seeing with this, our third eye, our mind's eye, that it's a whole chakra and everything allocated for just that. Wow. So maybe this creator reality thing, there's some merit to that. If spirit created a whole chakra system for third eye vision, or visioning, or looking within, and knowing that you can create the reality that you want to create by believing and then seeing. Has anybody ever had evidence of this process in their own life? Believing and then seeing? Really good. So we all know it works. But we get stuck up in, and I like the term, in New Thought, we could say monkey mind. I like monkeys, but whatever. But monkey mind is different, because what monkey mind does, it chatters and chatters and chatters and chatters and chatters. And it wants to, again, see the evidence. It's like, there's the banana, I see it, that now I know I can eat today because I see the banana. But what if I don't see the banana? I've been seeing a lot of bananas in my bank account, actually, lately. But I've been eating. Bananas have been coming from everywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So the abundance that I didn't know was on its way was. I didn't have any evidence except trust that it would be here. So the where I needed to look was inside. And to just look in my mind's eye, visualize what was needed in my life, and know that it would be there. Just to know that. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more with the how. We're going to walk into why for a second. And this is going to be a real quick one. Why? Because there's no reason to ever ask this question in your life. Ever. Why will send you backwards into punishment and rhetoric of your mind. It is the place of the head, and the head is great for doing mathematics, calculus, and calculating. But when it comes to emotions and where you're headed or where you've come from, why's got no merit in you. It will just lead to punishment, because your brain is wonderful and you're asking it a question of what's wrong with me? Why didn't I have the life I want, the family I want, the abundance I want, the car I want, the job I want? Fill in the blank, doesn't matter. Why has no other choice but to send you backwards in time and to fill in the blanks with all the ways that you were wrong. That's what why will do for you. Isn't it a wonderful word? Well, why did you do that to me? They're going to have to go back in their mind and think of all the reasons you're terrible. So, be aware of that word why. It sends us into punishment, instantaneous punishment of the self. I've asked it many, many times. It is called the paralysis of analysis. We've all heard this statement. I have paralyzed myself many times analyzing why, but why? Why don't they like me? Why is there no love in my life? Why did that cop give me a ticket? Why has it happened to me? Why? And it will put you in a victim place, because it will show you how life has been oppressing you the whole time. And to seek balance in the universe, if there's going to be an oppressor, there needs to be a victim. And when I ask why, stepping into victimhood. That's what I do with why. Just step right back out of there. Because again, why will just send you backwards in pain. Now, there's a magical word. And out of all the words that are up there, they're not up there, they're up there still. It's how. That is the most magical word in the English language. How. Because what how will do will bring you to a map, a simple map, no judgment. How did I get here? And it will simply show you the steps that you have taken that let you arrive in this particular position in life. Well, how will I move forward? It will show you a map to guide you through your life. This is one of the magical places where God shows up. Because God is how. That's what God is how. Spirit, the universe, God got us all that is. All English terms. We can bring some foreign terms in there for what we are. But this is the how of it. This is one of the greatest lessons I've been getting in life. See, I share everything. Dee says I share too much sometimes, but that's okay. I know. And I love her and I miss her because she always makes fun of me. But when I was sick 20 years ago and I had TTP, man, the lessons were so abundant. I had near-death experiences. It was all kind of really cool. This has been really crappy. Literally. And I wasn't quite sure what Spirit was trying to tell me with this colostomy bag on the side of me. I just didn't get what was going on. And I'm like, all right, I'll deal with my crap. If that's what you want me to do. But I'm having more and more awarenesses that, as wonderful as I am, maybe Spirit's trying to make me on the crappy side of me. And I have to own that. I'm a human. I'm a human being. And everybody loves me. Well, most people do, but I'm sure there's one or two that don't. We can bring them around. But my point is that as I'm looking and willing to look and go, what are you telling me with this? That I had to look inside and listen to the what's were being said and to the what's were being said out there. Because I've had a lot of crappy things come at me lately that I'm like, what? I'm like, it's a mirror. Well, it's only a mirror for you, but not for me. So how was leading me to a path of this? How did I get here, Spirit? How did I get to this place in my life where this is what's on my side? I'm willing to pop every single bubble of ego, and I'm always telling us that that's the mission, if you choose it. So I asked that question, and it's been my mission, and Spirit has been obliging me. Thank you. But how do I move forward from this has been the greatest lesson of this, has been trust. And something that happened with me and Scott and I talking, that I was talking about the abundance and how I didn't know what was going to go on until I walked in. One week I walked into this place, I had $8 in my bank account, and then Twyla's, wherever she went, there you are, and the garage sale and all that, bam, plucked a bunch of money that helped us get through that month and Christmas and everything. I scheduled an appointment for my next procedure, not knowing how it was going to be paid for. And I'm like, I'm just going to have faith, because what I've been learning about trust is that the money had been showing up and the food had been showing up. But I hadn't been trusting about this at all. I was very upset, didn't know, was very sad in my little kid. And I was talking to Scott, and I didn't even know when I was talking that I was crying. I didn't even realize it because I got plugged into the emotion of it. And I heard a little voice inside say, you haven't been trusting in this. You've just been scared, freaking out scared, sad, scared again, and probably scared again, which meant I wasn't trusting. And it happened in a moment, and in that moment, a serenity passed over me, and I haven't hit nirvana yet, but something shifted in me, and it made me realize that I had to put trust into this, and that's where the how is coming back into this. I watched the Super Bowl the other day, many of us did, and I watched an excellent quarterback get plundered a lot, but it made me realize something about this creation of my own reality and this trust. I just need to work on being a wide receiver. God's a quarterback. Do I think that he doesn't know how to throw a pass? He, she, all that is. It's like, I just have to run my pattern and make sure I'm there, and the ball will be there every time. So basically, Leslie, I've been working on receiver issues. Yeah. As she sees Rain Man come up to me when she's like, I want to do a benefit for you. I'm like, what? And I'm like leaking immediately. It's not that I'm ungrateful, it's that I have receiving issues. So I'm working on that wide receiver. One might be a little less wide receiver, but that's okay. I have to be playful and joke. Exactly. I'm getting rid of all the crap. But the how of this is to know that when Spirit throws that ball, I just have to be there to receive it. Now, here's the catch. Sometimes Spirit will just throw a screen pass. We had one this weekend. Bam! Immediately tackled. We had to put our cat to sleep. Out of nowhere. What the hell's that about? It's just about life and knowing that we have to deal with our emotional body all the time. And that Rose has to learn how to deal with her emotional body now too. And she had to deal with something really, really sad in her life, but you know what it did? It exercised her emotional body. There's a lot of love that our kitty gave us, and there's a lot of tears that we've shed and probably will shed more. But that's part of the how we have to go through this life, is being present. Knowing that, yeah, we may get thrown a pass and get tackled right afterwards. Because my little kid's like, but they're going to tackle me. That's okay. I put you in a body that can handle being tackled. Plus, you get closer to the end zone. You're making your way upfield. Just trust, Mark. So that's part of the how, is trust. This is where the magic comes in, is just trusting and letting yourself know that if you're there, if you run your pattern, the ball will be in your arms. Spirit knows how to play football. The best quarterback there ever could be. So as we go through this dance in our lives, in our emotional body, ask yourselves these questions to be the barometer to let you know where you're at. Who am I putting my trust in? Who? Remember, Al will tell you who. And the answer should always be, I'm going to shit on you, me. Always put my trust here. Then I got to remember what the voices are saying to me, and to listen to the selves inside, and to listen to the young ones most importantly, because they have all the hidden truths that we've been trying to bury. They're more okay with it than we think. One of the things that happened when I became a father is the protector energy in me came out too much. The carefree attitude in me slipped away, and fear jumped on me. that I have to protect, protect, protect. Now that Rose is getting old enough and is very smart and intellectual enough to tell me, Dad, I'm okay. I'm starting to get it. To put the protector away and to trust, even there, that it'll be okay. Meaning life itself will be okay. I have to do that with the voices within. They're more okay than we think. It is we that are protecting them. They're saying, get out of my way and I'll show you magic. Open the door and I'll show you love. Just let me play and I'll show you wonder. But if you keep me stuck in this room down here, I'm going to wither away. I'm going to make you feel sad all the time because you're not letting me express myself. Put them on the stage. Let them tell you what they have to say. This is probably going to be the most important part of this series is the what. Because it's you you're talking to. It's your most deep feelings and thoughts that may have been buried or may just be unaware that they're there. Sometimes you want to introduce yourself. Go look in the mirror. Hi, I haven't met you yet. This is because you had me down in this room for the longest time, but I've always been here. And they know you. They know you better than you think. So listen to those whats. And remember, when is now. All process is now. Is only now. All there is now. We never even really left. We're just having a dream, playing on earth, now, experiencing joy, pain, laughter, sorrow, now. And when you want to look somewhere, look within. Unless you're going to a restaurant, the where will always be right in here. We've discovered that why is just going to lead us to pain, and the how is where we find God. And God will meet you there, wherever there is. Be present in your now. Be present in your body. And watch how this emotional body will help you in your spiritual, your mental, and your physical body. If you practice these little barometer of these questions and let yourself know, this is the language of you I was talking about in the talk 4 weeks ago. My first resolve talk when we were talking about literacy, that this is what makes you more literate in yourself, to ask these questions and to go within and to listen and to look with your mind's eye and to listen with your mind's ear. And whenever you have a situation that you want to find out the direction, ask the question, how? And God will be right there for you. Thank you. On the top of that.
you're a miracle. Please listen to my words. Try them on for size. The impact that you make, you'll never fully realize. And you can't hide what you are inside, 'cause you are beautiful, golden like the sun, shining on light here on everyone. You illuminate the night like morning star, and I see you how you truly are. You are beautiful. To let go of regret, to walk the highway of life without a safety net, to follow something even bigger than my pride, to show up with courage even when I'm trembling inside. By the chains of conformity,